We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live here on the Midweek Huddle. And I have a question for you. Are you a content creator who's struggling with doing your first live stream? Well, if that's the pain point you're dealing with and you want to be able to build confidence on camera, this afternoon on the Midweek Huddle, we're going to be talking about 5 tips that's going to help you to go live on lives in doing your first live streaming. And we're starting right now. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the Midweek Huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong. If you're new here and you want to broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video, then we want to welcome you to the show. As we said in our opening hook this afternoon, we're going to be talking about 5 tips on helping you to be able to go live and do your first live stream, especially if you are a content creator who has been struggling in being able to do your first live stream. You're a person who's pretty comfortable in being able to do uploaded content video, whether shorts or medium-sized content. But when it comes to doing live streaming, you're sort of having a challenge in not just pressing the record button, but going live for the first time. And so we're going to talk about that this afternoon. And so if you are joining us as we are now live on YouTube, if you are joining us on LinkedIn, if you're joining us on Twitter, do me a favor in the chat. Let us know where you're watching us from, and also give us a hashtag Team Live, because we want to certainly recognize you, whether if you're watching us on YouTube, which we normally do live stream, but now on the Midweek Huddles, now we are doing some mid streams now for the first time on LinkedIn Live, and now for the second time this week, we are doing Twitter Live during the Midweek Huddle. So do me a favor, let us know in the chat where you're watching us from. And if you're going to be catching the replay of this live stream, this masterclass, also do me a favor, hashtag Team Replay in the comment section, because we truly appreciate Team Replay, the crew, the posse, the online squad. And then, of course, to those of you who are watching us live, but maybe you're watching us at work, you are maybe at the gym working out, or just doing a particular project, or listening to us on your mobile device, but you're not able to engage in the chat this morning. This afternoon, we certainly want to greet you as well. And when you get an opportunity in the chat, hashtag Team Live for us so we can acknowledge you. And so with that all said, with the housekeeping all done, as people are coming into the chat, giving us a hashtag Team Live, whether on YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter, let's fire up the Stream Deck and pull up the content that we want to share on helping you to be able to go live for the first time and doing your first live stream. And so, as I said before, there is a big difference when you are doing uploaded video content, when you get in front of a camera, and depending on how many takes it takes you to be able to put your content together, then spend time editing it and then uploading it to YouTube, or if it's on LinkedIn or on Twitter or whatever platform you're uploading content, it's a very big difference in doing uploaded videos versus when you're going live. Because when you're live, you have a live audience that's watching you, or if you're live streaming for the first time, you may not have a live audience, and that can be kind of intimidating. And so the goal of this masterclass is to take the intimidation off the table so that you can have the confidence on camera to not just press record, but to go live for the first time. And so let's get into the tips on helping you to be able to go live for the first time. Tip number one simply is, let me get to my slide there. Boom, come on. There we go. Tip number one, um, just like similar when you're uploading your first um, video on YouTube, you got to be able to upload a video with a compelling title that's going to get a viewer that is scrolling via by mobile or watching on desktop. You have to have a compelling title that's going to get that viewer to be able to watch your piece of content. Well, the same way that is true for uploaded videos. When you're going live for the first time, you have to have a compelling title that will cause a viewer to want to say, hey, I want to check out this live stream. This title is interesting to me. And having that compelling title comes from you spending some time doing research, just like you would spend research and coming up with content ideas for regular videos that you would do. You got to spend the time, if you're going to start live streaming, uh, coming up with some good live streaming ideas to generate that content compelling title. Not only that, if you're going to live stream for the first time, you need to consider the theme of your channel. What's the theme of your channel that you have kind of put in place now that you've been on YouTube? And we're speaking primarily to our content creators on YouTube. What's the theme of your channel that you have? And then from there, pour your live stream from the theme of the channel so that it is in line with the core values of your channel. It's in line with the goals of your channel. So that way you're not doing live streaming content that's completely different from your uploaded videos, whether those videos are shorts or regular normal size videos that you do on YouTube. So you want to look at the theme of your channel. And then third, you want to consider your niche audience, your viewers that you normally regularly upload videos, whether if it's every Wednesday, if it's every Tuesday. You want to consider the audience that you are normally putting content out for through regular uploaded videos, so that when you look to going to go live, then you can be able to consider um, the type of compelling title that you're going to put out for your audience that's going to watch your first live stream. Certainly want to give a shout out this afternoon to my good man, Mr. Real Chicago, who is in the house, a part of the midweek huddle. I appreciate he says Walter Strong the third. I hope I hit it there. Hope I hit it there. So you want to come up with a compelling title, spending time in researching from the content ideas. And so the compelling title for this live stream is how to help you to be able to go live for the first time. And so the compelling title is also speaking to a particular audience and demographics of individuals who may not be regular live streamers, who live stream on a regular basis. Maybe they're making a different form of content. There are content creators who spend a lot of time just focusing on making shorts, short form videos, maybe short form clips from YouTube, and they're not particularly into live streaming because they view it as a challenge. They view it as something that they haven't really seemed to put their hands around and really grasp it. And so it can be a challenge. And so being able to put this compelling title to speak to that type of viewer, that particular type of content creator, that's the compelling title we're after. And so having a compelling title that comes from the content idea research that you've done, being able to pull it from the theme of your channel. So the theme of this channel here at the Huddle is where we help you to broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video. Live streaming has a way of helping you to broaden your reach as a content creator. Live streaming has a way of helping you to be able to make a great impact and making great content, and also using it in a form of being able to bring income through online videos and live streaming. And so you want to consider the theme of the channel, and you want to consider your niche audience. Tip number 2, as you are just joining us, we're talking about 5 tips on helping you how to go live for the first time. So if you are joining us, head us in the chat there in YouTube and let us know you're watching us from. We are also now on LinkedIn Live. We're doing midstream live stream multi-streaming through the midweek huddle. So now we are doing LinkedIn Live and we're doing Twitter. Tip number 2, and the same as the rules applies for online uploaded videos, custom thumbnails. You want to be able to have a custom thumbnail. That's going to, when you're doing your first live stream, that will help you to be able to grab the viewer's attention, to grab the viewer's attention to want to click on that thumbnail that now says live in the probably in the bottom left of the thumbnail where it says you are now live. You want that thumbnail to work with the live button, the notification that you're live, because as viewers, we read left to right. And so you want to have a thumbnail, which we have here in the example here. If you're a person who wants to help business owners grow their business and share with them 10 tips on how to grow their business, notice you have the thumbnail that's reading from left to right. Not only that, you want your thumbnail to pop. You want it to pop, to stand out, and you want it to grab that viewer's attention, letting them know you are live. But most importantly, and we've said this before, but it bears repeating again, you got to think mobile. And that's why we put the picture there in the presentation. You got to think mobile, because a large percentage of our viewers who watch our live streams and who even watch our content are watching it on mobile. And so you want that thumbnail to stick out, to grab their attention, to pop, and gives them the ease of use, the fonts, letting them read from left to right. We want to say good afternoon to our good man, Todd, the Christmas chatter. We can see that Christmas has come early, who's joining us on the midweek huddle. So we want to say good afternoon to you, Todd, and those of you also who are getting the notification to let us know in the chat where you're watching us from. Whether if you're watching us on YouTube, we are now on LinkedIn Live, and we are on Twitter. And so you gotta think mobile. Think mobile. You think about some of the old cell phone commercials like Verizon, and when my man would say, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" It was all geared towards thinking mobile from a communication standpoint. Well, the same way that commercial was geared from having an advertisement and getting to us as consumers to think mobile, then guess what? We have to think mobile as content creators. We have to think mobile as us as live streamers when we're doing live streaming, so that you have the right type of color, the right type of font. You have the image and any other graphics that you have that are going to grab the viewer's attention. Is not all busy and it just doesn't make sense. You want to have it put together in a nice, complete package that tells the story to the viewer. Hey, this is a thumbnail that's communicating to you that if you are struggling with doing live streaming, and if you're struggling with having viewers, hey, these are some tips we want to share with you on you being able to go live for your first time. Hey, if you guys are getting great value out of this week huddle that we're doing this afternoon, I need a favor from you, those of you who are part of hashtag Team Live in the chat. Do me a favor, click the thumbs up button, smash the like button for me, share this on your favorite social media channel. And so if you guys are watching me on YouTube, we're also on, as we said, on Twitter and on LinkedIn Live. So share us on Instagram, share us on some other social media platforms that we may not be on. Share it with a friend. share with a fellow content creator to say, hey, look, even if you're at work, hey, put this on and listen to this on the background, and check out this great piece of content. So do us a favor, share this, share this. It also lets the algorithm know of YouTube that, hey, this is some great piece of content. And if you guys are sharing out of the kindness of, out of respect of you appreciating what we're providing here, and you're clicking the thumbs up, this lets YouTube know that, hey, they need to also get this live stream in front of others. So I appreciate you guys giving us a hashtag Team Live and the thumbs up and the share. Tip number three. Tip number three is simply schedule your live stream. You say, well, Walter, this is kind of real basic. This is kind of basic, but it is. We're on Wednesday. We're going to kind of go after that demographic of content creator who is struggling with live streaming. I know you guys are pros in the chat, but so I ask you to kind of bear with me. Hopefully, you guys will be my offensive coach and my defensive coach. Todd, you can be my defensive coach, and Real Chicago, you can be my offensive coach. But we're dealing with a generation of content creators now where live streaming is new to them, or live streaming, if it's not new, it's a challenge to them. And so we want to bring the basics. You know, one of the things that I learned in sports, though I didn't play it on a regular basis, but if you were in baseball, baseball has certain basic fundamentals that you have to begin to learn, like learning how to field a ground ball. There's some basics on learning how to run the bases. There's some basics on how to hit the ball and to put it into play to move the runner. Well, those basics are important. And so we want to make sure we're sharing the basics. Some basics, like when you schedule your live stream and you don't make the mistake I made last Saturday, where you only had one person watching you on your live stream and the rest of your audience is sending you notifications through emails and through text messages and through instant messenger. Hey, you're going live? You're going live. Your show's not on the air. It's because I forgot to hit the publish button. I forgot to hit the publish button. How many of you in the chat, those of you who are watching this and those of you who are online listening to us, if you could just in the chat, how many times have you forgot to do a live, when you did a live stream, you forgot to hit publish and you end up live streaming unlisted or private? If that's you, give us a hashtag me in the chat for me, whether if you're on YouTube or LinkedIn Live or in the comment section of Twitter, you know. So you got to hit publish after you schedule your stream. Or if you don't schedule, you publish your scheduled stream, and maybe you do have to have it unlisted because you have to do some other additional, put some additional information in on the YouTube studio side. Just don't forget, after you do all that work there, when it's time to go live, make sure you hit publish. And I checked a couple of times before we went live that I made sure I hit publish in the in on the on StreamYard and on YouTube. I checked on both sides to say, hey, look, make sure I got this hit published. It also, when you're scheduling your stream, it helps you to be able to work on your description section, to make sure that your description section is a searchable description that has enough of metadata information that it's going to help your live stream to be found on Google, to and not only the live stream, but after the replay, to be found in Google and in search, that an individual who is interested in learning how to live stream, there's enough searchable description information there that's going to make this video pop and stand out in search, because we know that Google is the #1 search engine. And we also understand that YouTube is the second search engine that's used the most. And so you want to focus on the description section. And then also, you know, you deal with your relevant tags. You in the description section, you put your outline in so that you can be able to go back later and do your YouTube chapters as well. Want to say good afternoon to the doctor. No, not Dr. Dre, not Dr. Dre from the NWO, but Dr. ELO, who is in the house this afternoon. And so we want to say good afternoon to him. Mr. Real Chicago says, I have made that mistake during and before and afterwards. Yeah. And I appreciate you, Real Chicago, and our huddle hangout, just reminding me that, hey, look, we're all going to make that mistake. We're all going to make that mistake and not hitting publish. But it's not a death blow. Todd says, I forgot to record an interview. Does that count? Oh yeah, that count. Especially if it's been someone you really been wanting to interview, and you want to have a part of your show, and all of a sudden you guys get into a good conversation, and now it's time to press record, and as a result you went 45 minutes and you didn't hit record, and now you have to ask your guest to indulge you to either maybe doing a second take or setting up another time for you to come back and to do the interview again. And so, yes, that counts too, Todd. That counts too. But don't forget to hit record. You don't want to forget. Hey, even doing a live stream and you get into this and you forget to go live. Now, I haven't done that yet. And that's the reason why we have a live stream checklist. Dr. Elo is checking us out on LinkedIn. So if you guys are on LinkedIn, and if I just switched over my LinkedIn as a side note profile over to creator mode. So now I've created my feature section. So I have in my feature section my information about my website, one of my latest YouTube videos, and I have a link where you can download your free live stream checklist to help you to make sure you don't forget to hit record, that you don't forget to hit go live, and you don't forget to hit publish. So you want to check that out on LinkedIn. So make sure you publish, make sure you hit your descriptions, make sure you hit your relevant tags. But when it's all said and done, make sure that scheduled live stream, those notifications can go out because it's published, because you want to be able to draw some type of audience, especially for your first time. You want to try to do all those best practices for you to get you in the best place possible to overcome that fear, to overcome those apprehensions of trying to go live, because doing live streaming is different than it is doing uploaded video. I've found in my content creation journey now over 2 years now that I tend to function and flow better doing live streams than I do uploaded videos. It's interesting. I had to do a 30-second video for my LinkedIn profile for the creator mode, and I must have did, Real Chicago, you'll get a kick out of this, and Dr. Elo and Todd, I probably did about 12 takes on trying to do a 30-second video, I couldn't get this video under 30 seconds. I did about 12 to 16 takes. And then finally, when I was doing the creator mode, I just said, okay, I'm going to do it one more time. And I nailed the take. Live streaming, boom. It just seems like this is my lane. This is where I flow. I'm more comfortable. And my audience, you guys are more comfortable with me. And so it happens. It happens. But you got to schedule your live streams, do your notifications so that you can go live. You can go live. Tip number 4, if you're going live for the first time, or if you're just trying to get back into live streaming, you stopped for a while, you want to do a system check. Hey, doing a system check is important. It's important so that way you can check your audio. Check your audio and go microphone check 1 2 1 2 in the place to be. Dr. ELO on the turntables. I'm on the microphone kicking the rhymes here on a live stream midweek huddle, enjoying the audience as the audience is enjoying my little flashback on the microphone. If you're getting great value out of this live stream, hip hop feature, give us a hashtag value in the chat on LinkedIn, on YouTube, or in Twitter on the comment section. So you want to check the audio. So the audio sounds good. Make sure you have some good headphones. I like some nice little studio headphones. Don't, not those types of headphones that have you looking like the Michelin Man. If you've ever seen the Michelin commercial, and you got these big giant headphones that are uncomfortable, and it's got your head all big like a Michelin tire, some nice, decent, respectable headphones. These are Audio Technica headphones here. Make sure the lighting's good, so that way people can see you. My natural light, unfortunately, is behind me, where my patio doors are at. But if I had my patio doors in front of me, I would be going off on natural light. But having some nice lights I have here, some LED newer lights, and some other lights I got there. And so lighting, camera, and it's action. It's action. And so you want to do your system check. You want to make sure that whatever you're live streaming off of, whether if it's a PC or a Mac, make sure it's powered up. So that way you don't turn around and do a live stream and then you're on your battery and the battery dies on you. Real Chicago says, yes, back to work, enjoying catching a bit of it. Hey, man, I appreciate you take some time out to schedule to check us out. Make sure you give us a hashtag Team Live before you go. And make sure you, if you can, give us a nice little share. So you do your audio, your lighting, the camera. Well, we've did the system check. What else is it to do? Well, before we answer that question, hey, if you're getting great value, as you guys are letting me know in the chat, give us a thumbs up. If you're watching us on YouTube, and Dr. Elo is checking us out on LinkedIn Live, so give us a thumbs up. I think LinkedIn also gives you the ability to give us an applause, and it gives you the ability to also hit the follow button since we are in creator mode. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, and those of you who are checking us out as we're doing this live streaming, we want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, where we are committed to helping you broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video. So if you do those things, we greatly appreciate it, because it lets YouTube know that this is a great piece of content that they have to share. So what is left to do? And I have a bonus tip after we go over this fifth tip, and that is it's time to go live. And so what is my go live routine for me? My go live moment is maybe I listen to me a little Kobe Bryant inspiration video, or I'll listen to something on Ray Rice, motivational. I can't believe somebody's at my door, but I'm not going to answer. So maybe it must be Amazon. I'm going to hope. You know what, guys? I'm going to ask you that think that's maybe Amazon. So let's do this. How do I put this on loop? Somebody, how do I put this on? Okay, there it is. Guys, I'm going to put this on. I've never really did a be right back. So I'm going to put this on loop, and I will be right back. I need to answer this because I know a package from Amazon is coming. Be right back. All right, we are back. We are back. I apologize, audience, for that. That was an Amazon package, so wanted to make sure that Amazon package was brought into the house. See, we have a comment here. Get a swig of water. Dr. Elo says, very seldom I have to go to a interruption to a stream, but guess that's the reason why I created the Be Right Back thing from time to time using it. Appreciate that, sir. Dr. Elo says, yes, it's like, share, and follow on the LinkedIn side. And all of that is great action. So definitely, if you're checking us out on LinkedIn, let us know where you're watching us from. So we were talking about when it's time to go live, what is my routine? So my routine, like I said, listen to some good music to get myself mentally prepared, psyched, and then hit that good live button. And we say simply, we are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. Got to bring the energy. And for me, that's important because for two reasons. Number one, when I do a live stream, I'm nervous as heck before I go live. I am, because I suffer from that illness of perfection, wanting the things to be perfect and right. And I understand that when you're live streaming, mistakes are going to be made, but whatever mistakes that are going to be made, excuse me for burping, whatever mistakes are going to be made, I want them to be just natural mistakes that I make that I can learn from, but it's not mistakes that I didn't prep for, but that as a result, I end up, like I said last week, forgetting to hit publish and before you go live. And I understand it's a mistake we've all made. Todd said, hey, look, I forgot to hit press record when we're doing an interview. But once you kind of make that mistake going forward, you do your very best not to keep repeating certain mistakes like that. So you want to do your very best. And so, having your opening hook, which we have, we go over our runner show notes over our 5 bullet points and any bonus tips, which we'll have in a minute. And then also engaging your audience, especially if you're live streaming for the first time. And if you're live streaming and you're doing multi-streaming for the first time, and Dr. Elo, I would love to get your thoughts on this in the chat, where you see individuals live streaming for the first time, and maybe it's because they don't really fully understand how to engage the audience when you're multi-streaming to different platforms, and then someone leaves a comment and you can be so much into the material that you're trying to get out that you forget to take a step back and learn to engage with your audience. And so, your audience can be forgiving a couple of times where if you fail to acknowledge a comment in the chat, they can be forgiving. But if they come back a couple of times and you're constantly not acknowledging comments in the chat, that can unfortunately kind of set a bad tone for your live streaming. And as a result, an individual may not want to continue watching your content. And so you want to engage with your audience when you can. With Twitter, it doesn't allow comments to come through. So I'm very conscious of, after we've gone off the air and ended the broadcast, that if there are any comments on Twitter, we make sure you respond to them. And comments come up on LinkedIn. And so we make sure we respond to those, such as like Dr. Elo, and on YouTube. So you want to engage with your audience. And if you feel trying to multi-stream can be a little too much, then it's okay to just start with one platform. Start with one platform like YouTube. Start with one platform, build your reps, develop your skills, being confident on camera, and engaging with your audience so you have a quality live stream that adds value to your viewers. So having that opening hook, going over your runner show notes, and engaging with your audience. And so those are 5 tips that we normally share, but I have a bonus tip for you. And if you've been checking this out, we've been talking about 5 tips on how to help you to go live for the first time. My bonus tip for you is, now that you've gone live, what do you do next? Well, the bonus tip simply is end your stream the right way. Not just say, okay, that's it. The live stream is over. Goodbye, everyone, and just end your stream. End your stream the right way. And what do I mean with that? Before you end your stream, make sure you have a call to action, a CTA. Maybe encourage your viewers that once this live stream is over, that, hey, there's a link in the description if you want to watch a previous live stream that we've done. There is a link in the description that you can click and you can watch, and there are YouTube chapters that you can watch it in pieces of the video. A CTA, of maybe a free lead magnet on, as we said, you can be able to download your free live stream checklist by going to our website and signing up to our email list and becoming a part of the Huddle community, and you'll get free access to our live stream checklist. A call to action. So just don't end the broadcast, but give, a call to action that helps your viewers to become more engaged with you. And then also don't forget about your replay viewers. And when you forget about your replay viewers and you're so focused, I've been kind of watching some individuals that YouTube has been recommending me to watch that's live streaming, and they have the compelling title, they have a nice decent thumbnail that gets me to click, and I started watching their content as they're going through the run of show, and wanted to ask a couple of questions because I was really enjoying. And I've kind of did this a couple of times with these individuals, and it's like, again, maybe it's because what they're live streaming on, maybe they have a time and a place where they want to respond to those chats and comments later in LinkedIn Live. Because I appreciate Dr. Elo. He went through his presentation, but I left a chat in the comment section, but he then turned around, went back later and responded to it. And so respond to your replay viewers and anyone else who may have left a comment in the live section, but now it's in the replay, taking the time to go back and being mindful of your replay viewers to get them to watch more of your content. And then finally, repurpose your content. You got to repurpose your content so that you can be able to get more out of your live streams. Dr. Elo here has a couple of comments here, so we want to go down to them. Let's see here. Back. Okay. Real Chicago says he is back. He said he went back to work. So we saw that comment already. Dr. Elo says, oh yeah, like and share. Okay. So we've hit all these comments. Just want to make sure that we're engaging and pulling up as many comments that we can. And we have a couple of people who are checking us out. Maybe if you're checking us out on LinkedIn Live, give us a hashtag LinkedIn Live for me. And if you're checking me on YouTube, checking this out on YouTube, give us a hashtag Team Live on YouTube. So let's get to summary. I feel like I'm a little out of breath from running down the stairs to get that Amazon package. So summary, we've talked about going live for the first time. To be able to be successful at this is you got to have a compelling title that you spent researching with content ideas, so that a compelling title is going to grab a viewer to say, how to go live for the first time doing live streaming. Okay, how to optimize my live streams so I can get more replay views. Compelling title. You want to have a compelling title that's going to grab your viewer to watch. Having a custom thumbnail, Again, you got to think mobile. That thumbnail has to grab your viewers' attention, and it has to pop to say, hey, I need to click and to watch this. And then you need to schedule your live streams. Make sure you hit publish, go through your searchable description, put all your relevant tags in so that all of that information is in there so that you optimize that live stream so that it can rank in search and up in Google and in YouTube. And do your system check. Do your system check. Go over your audio, go over your lighting, make sure your camera settings are right. So that way you have the right camera and you're looking good. And then it's time to go live. Go live, do your opening hook, go over your run a show, engage with your audience periodically through the stream. And like I said, in your stream the right way. Make sure you're giving a call to action. Make sure you're engaging your replay viewers. And then when it's time to end the broadcast the right way, make sure you're spending the time to repurpose your content so that you can be able to make shorter videos, shorter clips, Instagram reels, repurpose content that can ultimately go back to your live stream. And I believe that's where YouTube chapters come in, where you put in your YouTube chapters and you can ultimately have individuals come back and watch your content over a period of time. And so that's the summary there. If there are any questions or comments, those of you guys who are checking this out, or if you're just listening, if you have any questions or comments, whether if you're on YouTube or LinkedIn Live or on Twitter, leave us a question or a comment, and we'll definitely respond and get back to you on that for you. We certainly want to thank Dr. Elo, who's checking us out on LinkedIn Live. Thank you for helping me this afternoon, just addressing that question I have in terms of scheduling. Because like I said, we're doing a lot of multi-streaming on the midweek huddle. We do primarily live streams exclusively to YouTube on Saturday. So it's kind of giving me a way of seeing the viewership of how it's playing out during a midweek on Wednesday. And whereas if exclusively on YouTube on Saturday. So it's giving me a way of kind of seeing how that plays out. And so I want to thank Dr. Elo. I want to thank Real Chicago. I want to thank Todd. And those are all you who have just been checking us out online listening. Again, maybe you're at work, you're doing some work in the office, or you're in the gym working out, or you're just working on a project at the house, but you got us on. I want to really thank you and appreciate you saying, hey, look, I want to listen to this while I'm doing my work. I appreciate that. I really do. And that means a lot to me, and we truly value you, and that's the reason why we wanted to acknowledge you. And so that's all what we have for this afternoon during this midweek huddle. If there are no questions, if there are no other comments, we're going to go ahead and bring and end this stream the right way. And so our call to action simply is, if you are live streaming for the first time and you want to be able to have confidence on camera and be able to have a live stream that has an engagement with your viewers, building a community, check out our live stream checklist in the description, where you can sign up to our email list, where you can go to the Huddle website. The link is in the description. Once you sign up to our email list, you will be given the opportunity to download your free copy of our live stream checklist. So that's our CTA for you. And then our second CTA is, if you have gotten great value out of this live stream, whether if you're watching us on Twitter, you're watching us on LinkedIn Live, or especially on YouTube, if you've gotten great value out of this live stream, especially to my team replay, hashtag team replay, the crew, the posse, the online squad, do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you're getting great value week after week, you're coming back and you're saying, yes, definitely, this is what we need. I need to hear, and this is what I'm learning from. I'm learning subscribe to the channel for us. We would really appreciate it. Our goal is to hit that 500 mark so we can have that online community tab where we can begin to engage with our community and, be able to just deepen our relationship and our engagement with the audience that we've been entrusted with to add value. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And so that's it. We're going to stop right here. And again, if you have gotten great value out of this afternoon's live stream, I want to ask you to click the thumbs up, share this on your favorite social media channel, and subscribe. And so as we close out saying, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail in your life. Make a quality decision today and let God's purpose prevail in your life. We will see you on Saturday morning, 11 a.m. for the Huddle, exclusively on YouTube. And we will make sure it's scheduled, the notification goes out, and it's published for you to be able to watch us live. God bless. See you on Saturday.